Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video on a very controversial yet interesting topic. So I thought that I would talk about sleep paralysis. Now personally, I'm a person who has had this experience at least 100 times in my lifetime. So I know the horrors of sleep paralysis, trust me. So if you see me looking downward, I'm looking at my laptop because I made a few notes. Okay, let's get into this because this is a juicy topic. It's a topic where we could go on and on and on about. But I'll start off by saying what sleep paralysis is. Sleep paralysis is defined as a feeling of being conscious but unable to move. It occurs when a person passes between stages of wakefulness and sleep. Now, how I feel about that, I feel a little controversial about that. If you are a person who has experienced sleep paralysis, you probably feel similar to the way I feel. I think that it is very scary. Personally, I think that it is one of the most horrific things that I've ever experienced in my life. It's something that I'm not keen of, and I hate when it happens. And personally, it hasn't happened to me in quite some time. It actually hasn't happened to me. I would say since I moved into this apartment, it hasn't been happening to me. It happened to me a lot in high school and junior high. That's like when I first got introduced to the whole thing. And it was just horrible. So let me tell you what I think sleep paralysis is. Like the definition says, I feel like it is a semi-conscious state between wakefulness and sleep. But let me tell you what I feel about it. I think that while you are semi-conscious, I think that you kind of have an outer body experience. This is how I feel. Being a person that has experienced this, I feel like I had an outer body experience. Sometimes when I had sleep paralysis, I could see myself lying down. Sometimes when I had sleep paralysis, I could like walk around my room and do all kind of things. It's kind of like astral projection, which would be a completely different topic in a different video. These things are really deep. I feel like that veil between humans and spirits, I feel like that's a real thing, and I don't fool around with that. I have all respect for everything. I do not fool around with that, okay? I believe that that's very real, and I think that that is what occurs during sleep paralysis. I've had times where, like I said, I've had outer body experiences. I've had times where I've been in situations with things that I can't explain. I'll tell you my most scariest sleep paralysis experience. I was in high school. I was really tired. I just came home from school. I remember during this time in high school, I was very experimental. I had goth friends, and I went on this kind of like Facebook for goth. It's called Vampire Freaks. Don't go on there. You'll meet a lot of strange people. But I kind of dabbled a little bit in like reading up on spells and stuff because I'm a person I'm really interested in I wouldn't say in doing witchcraft and stuff, but it always interests me to like explore, and not personally explore, but to say like, okay, I'm interested in things like that. Not that I want to be a witch or anything like that. I just always was intrigued by that. So I kind of let my curiosity get the best of me, and I joined that website, and I started socializing with, like I said, I had a goth friend in high school, and she was a little bit darker at that point. I wouldn't say she did witchcraft or anything like that because I can't swear by that. But I would say that she was very influential in me dabbling in these things. So I would say that my scariest sleep paralysis experience had to do around that time, and I'll tell you what happened. It was two experiences with sleep paralysis that I'll never forget in my life. They scared the hell out of me up until now. And like I said, the first time I came home from school, I used to play on the basketball team, and I was so exhausted. This is like in the afternoon, probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. I went to sleep. So I went to sleep, and when I reached home, I knocked out cold, like cold. I went to sleep, and what happened was, I just remember like this little faint moment of just falling asleep, and then it just was like, you know, in movies when you hear that sound that goes shh, and then you just go into another scene, like in a horror movie or something. That's what happened. I felt like it was just like a vortex. I sound crazy, I know, but this is what I experienced. And I just felt like this thing hold down on me. And I know that a lot of people that experience sleep paralysis speak on the same kind of feeling. And it's just like you can't move, you can't do anything. All you can do is blink your eyes, and like in your head, you're screaming for dear life. Like you are just screaming to your loudest in your head, and no one can hear you, nothing can happen, like nobody even knows what's going on. Literally, it's like you are trapped in your own body and you are just fighting your way out. But anyways, I'm screaming to the top of my lungs, like to the top of my lungs. No one can hear me, no one responded. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Am I dying? I have no idea what's going on, because this is like one of the times where it got so bad. And when I was looking around my room, all I could see is like this black shadow looking thing, and it haunts me until today. Like, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm like, so listen to me. I said, it can't, this is not how I'm gonna go down. And it kind of gets me kind of choked up, because I don't think y'all understand, like that thing scared the hell out of me. And he like came in front of me, and the look he gave me, like that, whatever that was, I call it a he. Let me just tell y'all that when I wake up, I was traumatized. And I'm not a person that scares easily. I was freaking traumatized. And that's when I realized, okay, goth friend gotta go bye-bye. All this other stuff gotta go bye-bye. I'm not dealing with that no more. Now, up until this day, I still like horror movies and stuff like that, but I don't venture off past that. You know what I'm saying? I don't bring it into my home. If I watch a horror movie, it wouldn't be like horror to the point where it's ghosts and stuff, and I won't watch it inside my place. I like go to the movies and watch it if I really want to watch it. But it's like, that traumatized me. The second time it happened to me, which also made me feel as though it kind of is a spiritual realm kind of thing, is I went to an Ash Wednesday service. You know what Ash Wednesday is? It is a holiday, well, not a holiday, I guess. I call it a holiday. And it's celebrated in the Anglican Church, you know. It's usually in March, and it's when you get palm ashes on your head to symbolize Christ coming in, like that if you're Christian. And you're Anglican or Catholic, you know what it is. But I had went to that ceremony, and I kid you not, that was maybe a 6 o'clock in the evening ceremony. I probably reached home like after 8. And as soon as I laid down, the same thing happened to me again. And I was like, okay, here I am, completely turned around. I stopped going on that website, I stopped dabbling in those kind of things. Experienced that. Now I'm going to church, I'm doing these things, and I experienced it again. So it's like the same exact entity or whatever that was came back again. And I'm like, okay, you don't like me when I'm dabbling in foolishness. You don't like me when I'm Christian and I'm doing my thing. So I'm like, okay, I think that would told me that, listen, this is deeper than science says. This isn't just a you fall asleep and you have conscious kind of thing. You kind of tap into, I feel like when you fall asleep, you make yourself vulnerable to tapping into the next side and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's the time where they're able to fool with you mostly, is when you're halfway awake and when you're halfway asleep in that conscious space. And that goes into astral projection and everything like that. And like I said, that's a whole other video that I can do. But I just want to say that it's so much deeper and there's so much other stuff out there that you have to be very conscious of. And when you open your spirit to certain things, it's just, you allow yourself to be vulnerable to all kind of things that you never imagined. And I know some people they just don't believe in it, and that is your right. But me personally, I know firsthand that these things exist, and you have to be very, very, very careful of what you let into your space. I remember telling my grandfather about it, and he said the same thing. He was like, well, he's not a big believer of those kind of things. So he's not a big believer of those kind of things. I think it's more so the fact that he is more so blurred that out because he's not interested in even trying to give any light to that. But he did say, when you look into the eye of evil, evil looks back at you. And trust me, I won't be looking into the eye of evil anymore. I'll tell you that. But I just want to say that sleep paralysis, whatever you want to call it, we call it Hagen. Whatever it is, you just want to be very careful with what you let into your space. I'm going to say this again. You're going to have to be very careful about who and what you let into your spirit. Because not everything out there is pure, and if you believe in God, of God. And just gotta be very, very careful about what you let into your space. But I just wanted to let y'all know that that's my story about it, and I just wanted to cover it because it's so deep. And the way that I want my channel to go, I want my channel to not only be in one category of me talking about hair or me talking about makeup. I want to have realistic conversations on my channel. So you're gonna see a variety of different topics and different life experiences and everything on my channel. I want my channel to be entertaining, but at the same time I want my channel to be real life. So my videos on my channel are going to be a mixture of a little bit of everything. I'm going to have some conspiracies. I'm going to have real talks. When I build up a good follower base, I want to have talks, real life talks. I want to give advice. I'm young, but I feel as though I'm wise, and I've been through enough stuff in my life, and I have a level enough head where I can actually help other people. So I want my channel to be just uplifting and informative. And my next video, I already have it planned, and I know you guys are gonna like it. I hope you guys like it. And that's it for now. I'll see you guys in another video, and as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in my next video.